last month on the 7th of August, I had abdominal pains. These got worse during the afternoon to the point where we had to call an ambulance. When they turned up, they did various tests with me, basically said that I'd have to go into hospital, where I was diagnosed then with an infected gallbladder. During my stay in hospital, things got worse. I had a build-up of fluid around the infection, which unfortunately for me, I couldn't then have the operation. So a stent was put in place then to drain off the excess fluid. Straight away, the pain left me. It only took about 15 minutes for them to do this procedure. But for the pain to go after 5 or 6 days of having lots of painkillers, to help me get through with oxygen. It during that period of time, it was something that I've never experienced before, and I think it was a case of me turning to the Lord, asking Him. Yeah, it's tough. So basically, I prayed. I think I prayed for every single moment, whilst under the brilliant care of the nursing staff. And I think they do a marvelous job. What they do. I think for me, it was emotional, as you can see now. It's still affecting me.
Rob, not only did you have to sort of suffer this sort of issue in hospital, but I know that the delay, and it was all really good reasons for the delay, but the delay meant that you couldn't have the operation. You had to come out with this stent.
Yeah.
And then subsequently, you of course have had this blood clot in the leg.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, it's something that I hadn't anticipated, having, and it was about 3 or 4 days after leaving the hospital. I got to say, being home was lovely, to be with the family again. The support as well from Gateway families has been absolutely amazing. That's helped me through hugely through my whole ordeal. And the prayers and the support received from Gateway, I'm forever thankful for. And I do believe, whilst I was in hospital as well, and it was the early hours of the morning. I just picked up my phone. I just started writing a prayer. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and for me, it was God speaking to me. He was communicating to me, and He was telling me to do it. And it was fantastic. I got to be honest with you. I've never experienced that before in my life, and it just gave me that sense of security. Obviously, I was emotional when I was writing the prayer, but where did this prayer come from? I just wrote it, and I just thought, well, I sent it to Lynn, and then she said, you need to share it, and that's what I did. Family have been so supportive, friends. You all have been absolutely amazing, and that for me is my security there. That is my blanket there. That I'm so grateful and thankful, for everyone's messages and prayers for helping me. It's just been amazing. I don't think I would get through it this easy, to be honest with you. And I know I've been through a difficult time, but this has made it easier for me, and it's just nice to be able to share that with everyone, and it's just lovely to hear from everyone, the messages I had in hospital, as well as I share the love, basically, and I do feel so much closer to God. And I'm so thankful that He's always there to help and, support.
I think some people, when they go through situations like this, it can often sort of push them away from God, How have you found your faith helped you in this situation?
It's been, yes. Do you know what? The strength of my faith was solid the moment I stepped foot in the hospital. I don't know where it came from, but even though I wasn't allowed to have visitors, I went in alone in the ambulance. I didn't feel that I was on my own. I always felt that God was with me, and it was a comfort for me to feel that way. Even just being on my own in the A&E ward when they were testing my bloods and so forth. It was. I didn't feel panicky. I didn't feel like, oh, what's going to happen to me, and I did feel, as if God was there holding my hand. He was wrapping his arms around me, and I just felt that support all the way through. And to be honest with you, ever since a young lad, I've always believed in God. I've always believed that if you ask God to help you, He will help you. And it helps you in so many different ways. Some things happen for a reason. And I do believe this has happened for a reason.